Hey everybody, it's Crystal with Crystal's Diversity Creations, and I finally got my tumbler attachment for my 7-in-1 Heat Press Nation tumbler and mug press. Now it can actually be a tumbler press. So this came today, and I have a tumbler here ready to try it out. And so what I'm going to do is start by getting this off of here, and then you can see the full process of how we take off and switch out. So I'll speed it up as I transfer them out. So this has a little notch in there, so you have to line the notch. Just get it in there, fit it snug, and then you want to put these holes, get them aligned. We have 4 screws. Put them back in. And we should test the mug for, the tumbler for how tight it is beforehand. So that way we get to do it with a cold press instead of the hot press. So I'm just trying to get this side on there. I seem to go on really good. This one not so much. There we go. Holes aligned. Okay, so I just want to check this to see if it needs to be tightened before I actually turn it on to heat. And we're actually pressing it at 365 for 60 to 90 seconds, and then we rotate it. So I'm going to do 70 on it, and then I'll rotate it. But let's just check it to see if it's tight. I feel like it could loosen, because if it's not loose enough and it's too tight, it'll actually bend the tumbler. So you don't want that. So I just want to loosen this a little bit. This is probably my least favorite part, but you gotta do it. So just trying to find that perfect space where it fits a little snug, but also is tight enough. That's perfect right there. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get it set up. So turn it on, and it was on 385, so I'm gonna do it just like a regular press, and I'll take the temperature down to 365. And I want the time to be 70, so I can run it fast. And this heats up rather quickly. Okay, so while that's heating, we'll go ahead and get the tumbler ready. So this is a 20 ounce and it's not tapered, it's straight. And so I have some alcohol here, and I have some paper towels. So this is the way that I clean mine. Some people use a lint roller and other things. However you feel comfortable doing it, this is the way I do mine. And I just kind of wipe it all around, and I do a visual check just to make sure that there's no hairs or anything like that on the tumbler. Once I'm satisfied, then I get my design. Of course, you take the lid out and make sure there's no papers in there. So get your lid, get your design, make sure that it's upright. And this is actually for my aunt Lucy. I've been making her a tumbler for a while, y'all. And I was like, well, you know what? I will not press a tumbler on this tumbler press until I do hers. So she's the first tumbler. So you're just aligning it at the top and getting it lined up at the bottom. And then there's going to be that little bit of an overlap. And you're pulling it towards itself. So you kind of pull it, get yourself a piece of tape, tape it down, pull it some more, kind of like make it go into itself if you could. Put another piece of tape, do the same thing up the top, get it real nice and tight. You don't want it to be, I don't know, I feel like I want to make sure that's, wait a minute. What caught my attention was up the top here, there was a little bit of lip, and I want to just make sure that it's even. This beeps like your normal pressing, you just kind of got to close it to stop it from beeping. So let me just do that again, because I don't want to take a chance that that little minor piece leaves me with white. So getting it tight again. Okay, that's better. And I'm just tightening it, tightening the bottom. And see, now it's coming all the way down the way I wanted it. Get that like that. Tighten the top. Now we just want to get tape and seal it down tightly throughout. So we're just putting it down there. And you just want to make sure that you do get that whole seam. Okay. And the same thing up here. Let's actually go inside if you need it to. Okay. Same with the bottom. It can actually go down the bottom if it has to. Then I like to put, the heat press nation says this is ready. But I like to put a little piece of paper around mine, just because I don't want to mess up and the ink get on the actual piece there. So I just take some paper, this is regular paper to go in the printer for your everyday printing, and then I just, you know, put it, move it up so I'm going to cut it, and just put a little piece of tape right there to close it up. And then I'm just going to cut. You could have left this, but I'm just going to cut it because I want to be able to see where the tumbler is inside of here. So now this is ready to go in. We're doing 70 seconds. So we know too that the tape is on top, because when we rotate it, we want to make sure that we do at least a quarter turn, because the whole purpose of that is when this closes, it doesn't close completely, so it's going to leave like this much. The whole goal is that this much has to get around and be inside the heating element once we make that turn. So it's easiest to know if you put this on top, that's where you're turning, or you could put it on the bottom and then spin it around, whichever. So we'll do it on the bottom, and then that way we'll know to bring it all the way around to the top. So that'll make it easier. So we're putting it on the bottom, and we're closing it for the 70 seconds. And I'm just going to go ahead and time lapse it. Okay, so it's beeping, and we're going to go ahead and open it up, and we're going to spin it around and pull that tape up to the top, because we know that that would give us the full sub. So the tape is at the top right there. Now we're going to go ahead and do the final press for 70 seconds. And when we're done, we'll have covered the whole piece, because we started with the tape below, and now the tape has spun all the way around, so we're good there. And you should have your heat gloves on, so that when you're turning it, because it's really hot at that time, you're not burning yourself. So we have about 43 seconds, and once it's done, I'll pull it off and we'll see how that first one turned out. So this is exciting. I'm hoping that this is actually a pretty smooth process. I've been waiting for this for about 6 to 8 weeks, and I'm not going to be switching it out to use the mug press and then the tumbler. I really want to dedicate it to the tumbler, so I'll use my Cricut mug press or just use the oven. Okay, so it's beeping. We're going to go ahead and pull it out. So let's get it. I'm going to bring it closer with me. Put it here for 1 second. And again, it's hot. So here it is right here. And put my other glove on. Take it off. You can let it cool, or you can go ahead and unwrap it. We see that the color is through, so it should be good. So you see you have color through it. And I'm just going to pull off this tape. I'll bring my little thing over here. Take this glove off. Hold on. Trying to find a piece of tape that's already up so I can grab it. Usually once you start pulling, okay, there we are, you can get some of it down. Now I want to be doing one at a time. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. The long awaited tumbler. So Let's see. Okay. She's looking pretty. Look. Very nice. A little bit of just a thin little line of the white, but it's cool. Very, very nice. Very nice. So the 70 seconds was good. 70 seconds, rotated, 70 seconds. Let me add, sometimes the you get a little bit of white film on it, and if you just take some alcohol, spray it on a paper towel, and wipe, that will actually get rid of that residue. So actually we don't have a white line at the back. I just had to come back and tell y'all that. And there was a little bit on the front on her black shirt, so I just wiped it off. But yes, that was a perfect seam in the back. I hope you found this video helpful. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be doing some more tumblers and some mugs and some things now that we got it up and running, now that we have the piece. So thanks as always for watching. Please hit the notification bell so you know about future videos. And again, this is the tumbler press attachment for the Heat Press Nation 7-in-1 mug and tumbler press. And this was our first tumbler. I'm pleased. Thanks. Take care. So here she is. This is my first press off of my new tumbler press. And here's the back. And you just do a 70 seconds, 365, rotate it halfway, and another 70 seconds. And you're all done. I think I'm going to like it. Yes.